could be God trying to uplift you and to show you something, to give you something better.
That's right.
But you have to take that away from you to give you what is better. Chapter 2, Job chapter 2 and verse 3. I want to read a little bit about this Job and what happened to him, how Satan came at him. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause.
This is what a servant of God is going through. Job was a man of God's heart. He going through that. He's spending time with God. And we got to make sure we see this so when it hits us, we don't turn our back on God. A lot of times when pain comes along, oh man, God ain't with me. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the world. Go back to my friend. Go back to whoever. No, you better stay in here. Keep going.
Verse 4, And Satan answered the Lord and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man has will he give for his life.
He said, attack him on his skin. Go ahead.
But put forth thine hand now, touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face.
He said, you let me put forth my hand and hurt him on his bone and flesh, he going to curse you before his face. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life.
You see how God controlled his whole situation? This is a man who spent time with God. He got to test him. He got to work him out. He got to get him in shape for the work. Keep going.
So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown.
So he had boils, big sores all over his body. All over his body. Hurt him. We ain't never experienced nothing like this before.
No, sir.
Go ahead.
And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself with them. And he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Doest thou still retain thine integrity?
Uh-oh.
Curse God and die.
You see what she said here? She evidently was spending time with God. Oh, hey, his wife, seeing all that pain on her husband, and saying, go ahead and curse him and die. That's why I tell you, you got to spend time with God from your youth and build yourself up. Because Satan will come through your family members, he will come through your friends, he will come through whatever to get you off course, to make you sin. She said, why don't you curse God and die? You got to understand, we got to go through this. When you spend time with God, you're going to experience some of these things. Go ahead.
Verse 10. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaking.
This is what Adam should have told Eve. We won't be messed up today. He said, you speaking like a foolish woman. I ain't finna do this. Go against God because you said this. Keep going.
What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God? And shall we not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips.
See, Job understood because he spent time with him. He knew it was going to be some ups and some downs.
Amen.
He knew it was going to be pain and suffering. He knew this, but when you're not spending time, when it hits you like a freight truck, guess what? You're going to fold. I'm going to fold. No, I ain't signed up for this. I ain't signed up for this. Jeff, you ain't tell me this. No, we look at these examples in the Bible of these mighty men of God, and we got to understand we can go through the same exact thing. That's why I love this Old Testament. It get detailed. Very detailed. Keep going.
Now when Job's...
What verse you at?
Verse 11.
Uh-huh.
Now when Job's 3 friends heard of all this evil that was come upon him.
Here come the old heads right here, the 3 friends. Remember what I told you in the beginning. When you spend time with God, believe me, it don't matter what age you are. You're going to have some wisdom. When you got old heads who come to you and try to give you some advice, and they ain't never spent no time with God, they'll mess you up now. They will mess you up. Go ahead.
They came every one from his own place. Eliphaz, the Telemite, and Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamite.
Yes, sir. Do good. Do the best you can with them names.
For they had made an appointment together to come to mourn with him and to comfort him.
They come to mourn with him, with his friends. You know how friends come over now, you sick, they'll make things even worse. Go ahead.
And when they lift up their eyes afar off and knew him not, they lift up their voice and wept, and they rent every one his mantle and sprinkled dust upon their heads toward heaven.
Understand this, Job must have been messed up real bad. Because he had boils on his head, face, all the way down. They couldn't even recognize him.
Amen.
Understand, Job was like a Bill Gates in his time. Rich, had so much stuff. Now he struck him with boils on his face, all the way down. They're like, man, we couldn't even recognize him.
Wow.
Go ahead, brother.
So they sat down with him upon the ground 7 days and 7 nights. None spake a word unto him, for they saw that his grief was very great.
So we didn't know at least this thing lasted a week. Let's go to Job chapter 32. Let me show you about these friends. Just because a person of some age, be careful in letting them know what's going on with you. You better make sure they know this book to help you. Because they haven't spent no time from their youth, they will hurt you. Job chapter 32. Let's see what these friends are doing. Let's see if they spent some time. Verse 1. Go ahead.
So these 3 men ceased to answer Job, because he was righteous in his own eyes.
Because Job would tell them all what he has done. And they felt like he was being arrogant, righteous in his eyes. Go ahead.
Then was kindled the wrath of Elihu, the son of Barchel, the Buzite, of the kindreds of Ram.
Yes, sir.
Against Job was his wrath kindled, because he justified himself rather than God.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Also against his 3 friends was his wrath kindled, because they had found no answer, and yet had condemned Job.
See what I'm saying? They ain't found no answer. If they were studying the book and understood that you're going to have ups and downs, trials and tribulation, they should have knew. Or servant of God go through this. He going to go through a little pain and suffer. Going to go through a little pain and suffer. He should have went back and read about the children of Israel coming out of Egypt. Because that was written before that time. But he said they condemned him. The old heads would condemn you. Say, boy, you done did something, girl, you done did something. They don't know what's going on.
That's right.
You got to balance it from the book. But they had this one young guy who held his peace and let the old head talk. And he's going to come and bring him up to speed. Verse 4, go ahead.
Now Elihu had waited till Job had spoken, because they were elder than he.
He waited till the old head spoke, like 3 friends, and he waited till Job spoke. He like, they were elder than he. You know, back in the day, you know, you couldn't say nothing if an old man or woman talk, or you get slapped in the mouth. Period. But this day and time, kid come up and interrupt everything. But Elihu, he showed respect. He said, I'm going to listen to all of them. Just listen to them. But listen how he handled it. This is a young man, younger than these old heads. Go ahead.
When Elihu saw that there was no answer in the mouth of these 3 men, then his wrath was kindled.
He was like, man, you ain't got no answer to what's going on. Why y'all condemning him? You don't know what's going on. You condemning him. Them old heads condemning him. Ain't got no book. Great-grandma ain't got no book. Great-granddaddy ain't got no book. But you sit up there holding on every word they say. Tell me about the word of God. Go ahead.
And Elihu, the son of Barchel, the Buzite,
Yes, sir.
answered and said, I am young, and ye are very old. Wherefore I was afraid, and durst not show you mine opinion.
He said, I waited, And I kind of would hesitate to show you my opinion, but because this young dude, he find out these cats don't know what they talking about. And they old. Make sure you understand that. If you got the knowledge of God, you the best in the room. No matter what age. No matter what age. And this young man, he bringing the pain. Go ahead.
Verse 7, I said, days should speak, multitude of years should teach wisdom.
Yes, sir.
But
he was saying, days should speak, a multitude of years should teach wisdom. Meaning that he giving them the floor. He gave the elbow heads the floor. He was like, y'all talk. I'm going to let y'all speak. I'll come after y'all. Go ahead.
But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding.
He said the inspiration of who? The Almighty will give you understanding. Go ahead.
Great men are not always wise, neither do the age understand judgment.
You see what he said there? Because you of some age, that don't mean you understand no judgment. I got plenty false doctrine from guys who I somewhat respected until I found out they didn't know what they were talking about. I said, man, he took away, don't know what he talking about at all. One guy told me that it was never slavery. He was almost 70 years old. He said he never been no flood. I'm sitting up there listening at him like, man, he was an educated guy. Oh, hey, he ain't bringing no book. He said, man, all that stuff was made up, Jeff. All that stuff was made up. They whitewashed all that just to keep you in slavery. I said, man, you need to go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28 then. Then you can put it in present time while we hid in prison houses. How we got to America in slave ships. This stuff real. Well, go ahead. He said the age of understanding, judgment. Go ahead.
Therefore I said, hearken to me, I also will show my opinion.
You see, y'all listen to me. I'm the young guy. I'm going to show my opinion. Go ahead.
Behold, I wait for your words. I gave ear to your reasons, whilst ye search out what to say.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I attended unto you. And behold, there was none of you that convinced Job or that answered his words.
You see what I'm saying? The old heads ain't have no knowledge. But they trying to tell him, condemning him. They'll tell you all day long, y'all reading too much of that Bible. Put it down and let the Holy Ghost talk to you. These guys ain't got no book. Nothing. They condemning this man. They believe him because what? They of some age. God tells us not to be respecting a person now. You try the spirit, meaning you try the words that are coming out of their mouth. See if they telling the truth. You got to spend correct time in this word. And this is what this young guy telling them. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Lest ye should say, we have found out wisdom. God trusteth him down.
God, he said, lest ye should say, we have found out wisdom. God thrusteth him down, not man. This is what the guy is telling him.
Amen.
He said, it ain't about what Job was doing. God did this. He did it. This is a young guy talking. Evidently, he spent some time with God. He understands the judgments of God. He in his youth, he wasn't just waiting to get out of his mom and dad's house to go out there and party all the time. You got to know something when you hit these streets now. Go ahead.
Now he has not directed his words against me. Neither will I answer him with your speeches.
Yes, sir.
They were amazed. They answered no more. They left off speaking.
He said they was amazed. They left off speaking like, man, we don't talk no more. This young guy done told us what thus said the Lord. They couldn't say nothing. Age is nothing but a number. Nothing but a number. I've been taught wrong a lot of my life until I really read the book. And it came to me and got a teacher. You got to spend time in your youth. That's the reason why I titled this lesson. Don't never think that you're too young to get into this book. Don't never think that you got so much time. Get in it early, because this right here will take you longer than a doctorate degree. You trying to be a doctor. Go ahead.
Verse 16. When I had waited, for they spake not, but stood still and answered no more. I said, I will answer also my part. I also will show mine opinion.
The man said, look, I'm going to answer my part, I'm going to show my opinion. They couldn't say nothing because he was bringing the book. He wasn't bringing no wise tale. My grandmother told me this years ago. My granddad told me years ago. I'm like, where you find that in the book? Step on your mama, step on the crack, what is it? Step on the crack and crack your mama back. Put a hat on the bed, that's bad luck. Hang an egg in the house so to keep the baby from teething. All this stuff. That's witchcraft.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
They did this stuff back in the day when I was little. Got it from grandma. I said, man, boy, them practicing, them some witches up in there. They were in my house, I'm talking about my house. And they didn't even know it.
Amen.
It's foolish wisdom. But this man right here, Elihu, he was bringing the book. He said, well, God thrust him out, not man. Go ahead.
Verse 18. For I am full of matter. The spirit within me constraineth me.
Yes, sir.
Behold, my belly is as wine which has no vent. It is ready to burst like new bottles.
All I said, that brother had so much knowledge in his mind. He said he had his belly, wine is talking about doctrine. He had so much knowledge to give them. But he restrained himself. He didn't want to give it all to them too early, because you know the more they get mad. Especially when you're trying to tell them something. There's no attack against older people, I'm just telling you that. But I ran into something that you couldn't tell Jack. Go ahead.
I speak that I may be refreshed.
Yes, sir.
I will open my lips and answer.
Yes, sir.
Let me not, I pray you, accept any man's person, neither let me give flattering titles unto man.
You see what he said right now? Let me not pray you accept any man's person. Don't be respectful of a person because of age. He said, neither let me give flattering titles unto them. Flattering. People like to get flattered.
Yes.
Oh man, look at this old guy. He's so blessed. He's so blessed. And then he come in talking about fornication. Talking about what he gonna do to this girl. Talking about what I said, man, you 80-something years old. You talking about that? These are cats who I talk to. They ain't talking about nothing, man. You got these people right here, they got this age on them, and people put titles on them and respect them. Like, they got all the wisdom. They got man wisdom, not God. Get away from them. Spend time with the people that spend time in the Word, in His Word, to understand God's judgments. Spend time in your youth. Go ahead.
Verse 22. For I know not to give flattering titles.
Yes, sir.
In so doing, my Maker would soon take me away.
You see what he said? I know not to give words of flattery. They ain't gonna tell you that you right because you 80 or 90 years old. Oh, I can't say nothing against my deal. I can't say nothing against Papa. That blood gonna be on your hands if you don't say nothing to my deal or Papa. I don't care how old they are. Just tell them in a respectful way. Nah, that's wrong, Grandma. That's wrong. You don't flatter them when they wrong. I'm just trying to make sure you understand when you spend time with God, that wisdom gonna speak. This young man had so much in his stomach, man. He was like, so much in his mind. He said, man, it took a lot to constrain him. Because he spent time in it, in his youth. He was younger than all of them. Let's turn to Job 42. After Job went through all this, y'all can read the whole story, be here all the time. Go to Job 42, I'm gonna read something real quick. It was a blessing through all this. Once he went through all this, God rewarded him 10 times more. God will take care of his people. Job 42 and verse 10. Go ahead, brother.
And the Lord turned the captivity of Job.
So he turned all that pain away from him. He was sick, kids was gone, and he gonna reward him double. Go ahead.
when he prayed for his friends. Also, the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before.
He had twice as much he had before. Remember what I said, now just because you lose something, that don't mean that you're not going to gain something. You're going to gain more when you ride with God. Go ahead.
Then came there unto him all his brethren,
Mm-hmm.
and all his sisters, and all they that had been of his acquaintance before,
Yes, sir.
and did eat bread with him in his house, and they bemoaned him,
Mm-hmm.
and comforted him over all the evil that the Lord has brought upon him.
Who brought it upon him?
The Lord.
God brought that? People knew this. But when you talk to people today, they don't know that. You know what they say? The devil busy.
That's right.
It ain't the devil, y'all. God is battle testing some of us. We just got to understand it. Take that hit on the chin and keep rolling. It's gonna hurt a little bit. Just take it. But some of you get tapped on the shoulder a little bit. They about to fall out. Oh. They showed me an eye on my check. Oh. They go crazy.
That's right.
Somebody drunk up all the Kool-Aid. Somebody killing a person over a piece of chicken. This is our people now. Our people do this. Israel. But they coming now to Job. Want to uplift him now with God and bless him twice. What they were before that? Go ahead.
Every man also gave him a piece of money, and every one an earring of gold.
Go ahead.
So the Lord blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning.
You see what he said there? When you ride with him, he blessed the latter more than the beginning.
Wow.
He stripped him of all that stuff, and he gave him more. What else he gave him? Go ahead.
For he had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, and 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 she asses.
That's a lot back then. Whole lot. Go ahead.
And he also 7 sons and 3 daughters.
So God gave him more children. Go ahead.
And he called the name of the first Jemima.
We'll start right there. We'll get hung up on the words.
That's right. I know that's right.
Jump down to verse 15. Go ahead.
And in all the land were no women found so fair as the daughters of Job.
Yes, sir.
And their father gave them inheritance among their brethren.
See, you know what I'm saying? The father gave him inheritance. You're supposed to leave something for your kids. Give them something. I don't care what it is. Some land, some money. Put an insurance policy.